Hey friends, December the 20th, Saturday. Rochelle and I are off all week for Christmas. We're excited. We have a lot of work to do in the garden. Today we're going to plant onions. We're not going to plant as much as we usually do. Usually we plant around 250. I think we're going to do about 100. We're reducing the size of the garden and we have a lot of cleanup to do. I'll kind of show you here what we have to do. What you doing, Bones? So we've got a lot of leaves from the trees. We're going to take care of those, blow them, compost them. This is the row along the fence that we're going to plant the onions. We order our onions from Dixondale, and we always get Texas Legends. They work. They're sweet, they're delicious, they store really well. We hang them in the mud room. I'm sure you've seen lots of other videos. Normally, we plant in the larger rows, like this one, which we're going to be getting rid of. It's another project. But we're going to go ahead and go along the fence. The back garden area is a mess. It's that time of the year. We're got to blow all the leaves, gather them. We're going to need to clean the hugelkultur garden. We've been both just real busy. All the storage and everything needs to be cleaned up, and we're going to do that this week. I'm not going to use my jig, like I said. I'm just going to go old school. Just use a wood dowel, pop the onions in because we don't have as many. I'm going to get started working on that right now. So here we have our Texas Legends. Now I separate them with the large ones that go in the ground, and then the smaller ones we're going to put in our little pots, and that'll be bunching onions, salad onions. Those are really good to just kind of harvest through the year. So I'm going to get to work planting these. So basically I'm just going to spread them out. I'm going to just pop a hole here. I'm going to put them a little closer this year. Watch out, Bones. I'm going to go ahead and do 4 inches. Give them some space. And then I'm going to pop the onions in. All right, so we've got our grow table. Now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and amend the soil that's already in there. It's got a lot of perlite, which I want to loosen up the soil, so I'm going to dump these in there. I'm going to go ahead and add black cow manure, blood meal, bone meal, probably just bone meal. Just stir this all up and we can reuse that soil. Okay, about 15-20 minutes later, we have our onions planted. I would say about 100, maybe 125. Now let's go to the grow table. All right, so like I said, I used the potting soil from last year. I amended it with black cow and some bone meal, a little bit of blood meal. Doesn't need that much nitrogen. The bone meal is going to be the phosphorus that helps the onions bulb. However, we don't want them to bulb too much. These are salad onions. So we've got our soil right here, and I'm just going to take these pots and I'm going to fill them. Sorry about the camera. And then we're going to soak them in once we get them on the table. and I'll finish that. At the bottom of this video, guys, I'm going to post all the links of the many years of planting, harvesting, hanging, drying onions, and I'll even do a video of how we make our own soil. So with this soil that we make, there's a lot of peat moss in there, okay? That absorbs a lot of water, and we need that here in Central Texas. It gets hot, and like right now, it's December 20th, and it's going to be 78 degrees. Christmas Day, 80 degrees. So let me show you how we water this in, and then we'll let it sit for about 15 minutes to soak. Just going to soak these really well. Don't worry about the little roots that are in there. I'll pull those out. And soak them really good till the water comes up to the top. Because all that peat moss is going to soak it in. The perlite is going to absorb. You can even see it right now soaking in. So we'll come back in 15 minutes and I might water again, and then we'll plant. All right, so I deep soaked these pots really good 2 times. I let it soak in for about 10 minutes and then I redid it again. So now I have my smaller onions, and sorry, my tripod broke on me. I'm gonna get a new one. Hopefully Santa will bring me one. But we're just gonna pop these in just like that. We're gonna put a whole bunch in there because we really don't want them to bulb. We want salad onions. And these can be harvested cyclically over time. About, I don't know, 6 to 8 in each pot. These are the small ones that we didn't put in the ground. Just gonna stick them in, and then we'll water them in. So that's about enough for 1 pot. And I'm gonna continue with the rest, and I'll show you when we water. Okay, we have most of the onions planted. I'll figure I'll do something with these. Maybe put them in pots around the house. That'd be fun. Now I've reserved some soil, and I'm just going to lightly sprinkle the top just to kind of make sure they're held in. And then I'm going to soak them in. Now the weather this whole week of Christmas is going to be warm. We're talking 70s, upper 70s. So we're going to water these probably every day. Here in Texas, Central Texas, we're in zone 8B, 8 Bravo. And the weather typically doesn't get cold until January and February when we have those crazy ice storms. All right. Alrighty, looking good. A nice light watering. Now these onions will set root within, I don't know, 4 to 6 days. They'll pop upright. We're not going to cover them. They'll do just fine, and we'll be harvesting a lot of these throughout the next couple of months. All right, we've done a lot of maintenance today. We still always have weeding to do. The onions are planted along the fence. We're looking at about 125 in the comments below. I'm going to post several videos on how to grow onions, how to harvest onions, how to dry them, braid them, and hang them. Also too, I'll put a link in there on how to make your own soil. And you can reuse that soil just like I showed you. Miss Rochelle, she's in the house. I don't know what she's doing. Maybe she's wrapping presents for me. But we're doing great. We'll probably do a couple more videos this week. Hopefully you guys are doing great and you enjoyed this video on onions. Merry Christmas and Happy New Year, and we'll see you on the next one. Take care.